Whether you're looking to round out your holiday meal with a pricey Pinot or toast the new year with a bargain bubbly, there are lots of wonderful wine choices out there. Joining us this morning with some of her favorite holiday picks at various price points, we have food and wine writer and the author of Uncorked, the definitive guide to Alberta's best wines, $25 and under, Shelly Boettcher. Hello, nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
And you always bring fun things to talk about and look at. So let's start with talking about the time of year. Is there anything that people have a tendency to gift more than others in winter as opposed to summer, or does it even matter right now?
I don't think it really matters, but I think particularly this month, I mean, obviously red wines and sparkling wines are always very popular just because it's Christmas and it's you know, we've got New Year's Eve coming up, so those are obviously big times for sparkling wines. So
people looking for that, and you have one here for us to look at. Tell us about this.
So this is a cava. It's made the exact same way as champagne, but comes from Spain, and so it's a great value. It's about $18 a bottle, very widely available, and gives that sort of champagne style, but coming from Spain instead, and very, very good quality. Goes with a real variety of things. It's great with sushi, actually. Really good if you're doing like a sushi night on a Friday night or something like that. It's a really good one.
It's really, I love cava. It's very drinkable.
It's a good party wine. Yeah.
Okay, and speaking of party wines, this is also a party
wine. So this super value here. This one's about $13 a bottle. Very, very widely available, and it's also a Spanish wine. All the grapes for this come from vines that are at least 80 years old. So it gives a little bit more intensity sometimes to the fruit, and it's a blend of Tempranillo and Grenache. So it's a very food-friendly wine as well. Grenache gives it a little bit of a softness to it that makes it really good this time of year.
Okay,
it's one to buy by the case for parties.
Buy the case for parties. You heard it here first. Okay, now a Bordeaux.
So people always think that Bordeaux is very expensive, but this, I think, is a great example of one that's less than $20 a bottle and still gives really good value. So it's a Merlot-based wine from Aude du Lac, and it's a very food-friendly one. It's a good one for turkey, something like that, if you're trying to cook and find a wine to go with it for Christmas.
That's an amazing price point. Less than
$20. It is a really good price point, yeah.
Okay, and this one with the Santa hat on.
So this one's a little bit more. It's from the Okanagan Valley, and it's from one of my favorite wineries out there, Meyer Family Vineyards, and it's about, I think, $45 a bottle, $44 a bottle, and a little winery up in Okanagan Falls, and just up looking over the town, and Jack Meyer and his wife Janice Stevens own it, and Janice actually grew up north of Calgary out near Didsbury, so it's sort of a neat little Alberta connection there.
Okanagan, that's like so new to me. It's easy to find a California go-to, but I'm discovering Okanagan.
This is one of his more expensive ones for sure. He does have some other ones, but I thought it is Christmas. It's a Pinot Noir that's just beautiful for a very special meal.
Okay, and speaking of special. You brought in something. If you want to break the bank and you know somebody who is a connoisseur and you have lots to spend.
I couldn't resist bringing this one in today. So this one is about $4,500 a bottle, and as you gasp and spit your coffee this morning.
It's
very,
special.
very, very rare. It's ports that date back to 1866, so 168 years old.
Wow.
And it is, let me see here, let me find my notes. So it's actually named after one of the great women of port, Donna Antonia Adelaide, who was one of the great visionaries of the area. She was born in 1811, and very, very special. So there's only 1,300 bottles of this made in the entire world, and 5 of them are in Canada, and we actually have 4 of them. They're all here in Alberta. All 5 of those bottles are here in Alberta, and we actually have 4 right here in the city. So it's pretty special.
Shelly, just before we let you go, there is another champagne that we don't have here, but if people want to spend a little bit more than this cava, there was one you wanted to make mention of.
The Gilles Dumagen champagne, and it's a beautiful, there's a few of them out right now, but there is a beautiful rosé that's about $45 a bottle. It's a grower champagne, which means that it's actually, the grapes are grown by the people that actually make the wine, which is very unusual these days because the big champagne houses tend to typically just buy their wines, whereas he handles everything when he's making his, and that's pretty neat. And another, if somebody's looking for a great white this time of year, look for Grey Wacky.
Grey Wacky?
Grey Wacky. Go to the New Zealand section and look for the New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs and look for Grey Wacky. Kevin Judd is the winemaker there, and he actually started at Cloudy Bay, and now he has his own little label and making some really beautiful wines as well.
One question, Shelly, before you go, when looking at champagnes, does more mean better when it comes to champagne?
I mean, I've had $1,000 champagnes that no, I would say you can get a great champagne for, like I said, $45, $50 a bottle. You can get amazing champagnes for around $100 a bottle. I love champagne.
All right,
I could just buy
champagne
bottles any time of year.
Shelly Boettcher, pick up her book if you're looking for deals. It's amazing. Thank you so much for this.
Thanks a lot.
We're gonna